Everyone knows the pattern by now. It is the most predictable thing in the tech world. Samsung releases a new feature. Google tries it out. The enthusiasts go crazy. And Apple? Apple stays completely silent. They wait. They watch. They let everyone else make the mistakes, suffer through the durability issues, and deal with the software bugs. For years, we have looked at the folding phone market and wondered when the giant would wake up. We have heard the vague whispers and seen the patents that go nowhere. But for the first time in history, the silence has actually broken. We aren't looking at a render anymore. We aren't looking at a fan-made concept video. We are looking at what appears to be the physical reality of the iPhone Fold. And if this leak is real, everything we thought we knew about Apple's plan is about to change. Let's talk about this leak because it is not your standard rumor. Usually, we get a blurry photo of a screen or a line of code in an iOS update. This is different. What has surfaced online is a physical production mold. For those who don't know how the manufacturing world works, this is a massive deal. These are literal metal blocks machined to the exact dimensions of a final product. They're used by case manufacturers and accessory makers to ensure that when the phone drops on day one, there are cases ready to be sold. Apple guards these things like state secrets. They know that if a mold gets out, the design is spoiled. Yet here we are. A manufacturer has seemingly gone rogue, risking their entire career to show us a glimpse of the future. This implies that we are much closer to a launch than anyone realized. The first thing that hits you when you look at this mold is the philosophy behind the shape. For years, the foldable market has been struggling with an identity crisis. You have phones like the Galaxy Z Fold, which are tall and skinny like a remote control. They are great for Twitter, but awkward for typing. Then you have the Pixel Fold and the Oppo Find N, which are wider, more like a passport. The mold suggests Apple has made its choice. They are rejecting the tall, skinny look. When this device is closed, it gives off serious iPhone mini vibes. It looks small, clean, and incredibly pocket-friendly. It is compact enough to use with one hand without doing finger gymnastics. This is the phone part of the equation, and it looks like Apple wants it to feel like a normal, comfortable iPhone, not a weird elongated brick. But the magic happens when you imagine opening this mold. Because of that wider stance, when you unfold it, you aren't getting a square. You're getting a landscape canvas. It transforms into something that looks suspiciously close to an iPad mini. This is the dream that tech enthusiasts have been chasing for half a decade. We don't just want a bigger phone. We want a tablet that fits in our pocket. If Apple nails this aspect ratio, they solve the biggest problem with current foldables, which is that apps often look terrible on them. By mimicking the iPad's shape, Apple ensures that millions of iPad apps might just work natively on day one. That is the ecosystem advantage that no other company can match. Now, look at the back of the device. This is where the design language gets very interesting and tells us a story about the camera technology. We have grown used to the diagonal camera layout on the standard iPhones. It has been that way for a while. But this mold shows the lenses stacked vertically in a straight line. This isn't just an aesthetic choice. It is likely a functional one. We saw this shift with the iPhone 16 lineup as well. Vertical cameras allow for spatial video capture for the Vision Pro. By bringing this layout to the Foldable, Apple is future-proofing the device. They're telling us that this isn't just a phone. It is a capture device for their spatial computing future. Furthermore, look at the thickness of that camera bump. In the world of foldables, manufacturers are obsessed with thinness. They will compromise image quality just to shave off a millimeter of thickness. The cameras on most foldable phones are arguably worse than their non-folding counterparts. Apple seems to be rejecting that compromise. The bump on this mold looks substantial. It looks like the camera module we are used to on the flagship iPhones. This suggests that Apple is not going to sacrifice your photo quality just to make the marketing claim of thinnest phone ever. EY want you to have the pro-level sensors, even if it means the device is slightly thicker. There's another detail on the back of this mold that might seem small, but is actually a game changer. There is a distinct circular outline. In the Apple world, that circle means one thing: MagSafe. This is huge. Putting magnets on the back of a foldable device is complicated. You have hinges, sensitive electronics, and weight balance issues. No other foldable brand has a magnetic ecosystem that operates at this scale. If this is real, it means your wallets, your battery packs, your car mounts, and your charging stands all work on day one. It solves the charging anxiety that comes with big screens consuming big battery life. You could just snap on a battery pack. It normalizes the foldable. It stops being a weird science experiment and becomes just another iPhone that happens to fold. We also need to address the source of this leak. As mentioned, leaks like this are career-ending. Apple has a team of investigators who hunt down leaks like this. The fact that a short clip appeared on Instagram with a vague caption and no clear source is suspicious, but it also adds to the allure. It falls into two categories. Either this is the most sophisticated fake we have ever seen, designed to troll the entire tech industry, or it is a legitimate slip-up from a supply chain that is gearing up for mass production. The details, the polish, the specific camera layout, the MagSafe ring, align so perfectly with Apple's late but great strategy that it is getting harder and harder to dismiss this as fake. This leads us to the bigger conversation. Why now? Why has Apple waited this long? The answer lies in the beta tester theory. For the last 5 years, Samsung users have been the beta testers. They dealt with screens that cracked in the cold. They dealt with hinges that let dust in. They dealt with the infamous crease down the middle of the screen. Apple does not do public beta testing with hardware. They likely waited until the hinge technology was perfect. They waited until the ultra-thin glass was actually durable. They waited until they could manufacture a screen that doesn't feel like plastic under your finger. This mold represents the culmination of that patience. It represents a product that is ready for the average person, not just the tech geek. If this mold is the real deal, Apple is about to walk into a market that has existed for years and act like they invented it. And the frustrating part for the competition is that it will probably work. The average consumer doesn't know about the Oppo Find N3 or the Honor Magic V2. But if they walk into an Apple store and see an iPhone that turns into an iPad with MagSafe and familiar cameras, they will lose their minds. This is the power of the Apple brand. They're not trying to be the first to the party. They're trying to be the best dressed. However, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the price. Apple never sells cheap hardware. The current foldable market sits around the $1,700 to $1,800 mark. If Apple brings this level of polish, with pro-level cameras and a premium hinge, we could be looking at a device that breaks the $2,000 barrier. It will be a status symbol. It will be the ultimate luxury tech item. The question is, are people ready to pay that? In a world where phone upgrades are slowing down, offering a device that is genuinely two devices in one, a phone and a tablet, might be the only way to justify that price tag. So, here's where we stand. We have a mold that looks legitimate. We have a design that solves the ergonomic issues of current foldables. We have the promise of MagSafe and Pro cameras. It looks like Apple is finally ready to fold. This isn't just another iPhone update. This is a shift in how we will use computers in our pockets for the next decade.